Hello, what's up guys? Today we're gonna be playing some Boom Arena. We're gonna push 2600 medals in the game with this Super Ape Mortar deck, which isn't popular right now, but I use and I think it's pretty decent because, well, it has good defensive cards and you don't have to have a cannon in the Super Ape decks or Bomb Tower. In this meta, you pretty much have to have some counterplay card, and my counterplay will be Mortar. Believe me, Mortar can do magic against some matchups, and I'm gonna prove it in a second. Let's jump to some games, and also let me in the comments if you like this content or will I have to change something up because, well, it's for the views. Let's go. Alright, so we're in the first game early. We'll be up against Crabs Are Good, who I believe is in top 50 leaderboards. It's still early season, so like everyone that has even something remotely close to 1k will be in leaderboards. Also, we are gonna take this trade where we take 2 Bomb Girl hits, but we're gonna get like some mana advantage and potentially a mortar connection. Alright, so now he was scared to play Faun Horde, and that's already a good sign because if he were to play Faun Horde, we would be very far behind. And right now we are gonna just play some macro game, I guess. This certainly will be utilized. If he tries to play Bomb Girl, I have always a gunner at the ready. All things considered, Steelbait is very good matchup for us because we have all responses in the world to his baity options. Right now we are gonna get a... Oh, actually that's a mistake. Actually that's a huge mistake by me. This shouldn't have been a lock, because as you can see, this Bomb Girl has done so much damage. I'm gonna actually use EQ to weaken those, and we actually find ourselves in a damage disadvantage, so it looks like we have blundered with our mortar. Obviously this mortar was supposed to kill the Bomb Girl, but it didn't, so yeah, that sucks. I'll have to correct my placements, and here we go, we are in the double mana. It's actually time when I think we have a huge advantage. I'm gonna use the Rolling Steel to get a breakthrough, hopefully. I didn't, so that sucks, but yeah, we still have time to come back. So it's not that bad, all things considered. We're gonna try to get some damage with EQ. That's also nice. I believe he's playing the version with no spells, so as long as we're gonna be getting an earthquake damage, it's gonna be fine for us. And here we go. Every time pretty much we are getting value with this Far Tiny, so this is the thing that's going for us. I'm gonna play the Swordman here to predict his Bomb Girl, and well, I didn't predict it, it's still blocking the option, so it's good nonetheless. I think it's gonna be a miss, so that's, well, that's actually my bad. I'm making so many mistakes in this game, but I think we're gonna win anyway because of how good this matchup is for us. This Bomb Girl will get a 1 hit, so that's a good trade for him. I'm gonna play Fire Tiny for these. Gonna play the Fire Tiny for these barrels every time because it just brings so much value. I hope this Bomb Girl didn't lock on the tower, and it didn't, so it's good. Also, I'm gonna play some EQ. Yeah, and that's just GG. We pretty much had a hard counter in this first game, and yeah, there was nothing he could do. Good game. Very fortunate first game. Let's jump to the next one. Hope for some interesting matchup. We are now in the game number 2 against Livin Dino, and we're gonna check what is he up to with a mortar first play. Also, he's gonna be playing Faun, so this Ice Tiny was well played, so it will force out a respawn, and it's gonna be actually him dealing a first damage to us in this game. And right now we are gonna just try to counterplay over it, because it looks like we're gonna be up against another steel bait, which is very interesting. People suddenly playing steel bait all around is not something I like to see, but in this particular instance it's gonna be pretty damn good. And right now he's gonna be having some counterplay on the left side. I'm gonna actually suck this damage, because if I don't, well, he's gonna just kill me with his barrels, and that's the not perfect outcome I'm aiming into. I'm gonna play a swordman because I'm predicting him playing something at the break, but he didn't, so yeah, this swordman will be just more damage than anticipated. And right now we are gonna just trade. We're gonna just trade. This Faun King has no chance of reaching my gunner because of well-placed skeletons. For every Faun barrel, I'm gonna just play Fire Tiny, and it appears he knows that. So, okay, here comes the Fire Tiny, and I'm gonna get in some damage. I'm gonna play also some Mortar because he only has Faun King as a response, so we're gonna be taking that. And I actually get a one hit, so that's very huge for me. Also, he's trying to predict my skeletons every time, which is fine for him, because eventually I believe he's gonna get one prediction, and when he gets a prediction, the game will become actually scary. So I'm gonna play something like this, take the Bomber Girl with me, and right now he cannot play Faun Barrel, and it looks like he knows that. I'm gonna try to outweight him, and this Fire Tiny will be actually late, so he didn't get a damage from didn't get the damage from the prediction, but his prediction made me mess up my Fire Tiny, so well, he kinda used a attention as a resource, and I'm just hoping not to get that blunder again. I'm gonna use a Rolling Steel for his Bomber Girls every time, because it's like the card I cannot respond to if I'm not having a steal. Now I'm gonna play some EQ. He's gonna wait me out perfectly, but then he doesn't come, so yeah, we're gonna just take the win. It was a very fun game against him, but like I've said, if you have Fire Tiny against Faun Barrel, you pretty much just win the game. Let's hop to the next one. Alright, in the third game we are up against Zero Metal Sarmail, which I don't know what means, but he's gonna open with Super Ape, so we're gonna take these trades. Actually, our Super Ape will connect to the tower, and I'm gonna use this Rolling Steel to negate any damage from Super Ape and damage the gunner. So he's gonna be 2 mana up from this exchange, but I'm gonna take like 600 damage for 2 mana every day of my life, so he's actually leaking, which is very interesting. If he's playing 2.6 Super Ape, he should be cycling like crazy, like maybe not like crazy, but he should be cycling way more than he is right now. I'm gonna also bait out Rolling Steel with the Swordman, and yeah, it didn't work out this time, so very good recognition out of him. Actually, he's gonna be playing Super Ape on the opposite side, and I'm gonna miss the steal. Well, that's embarrassing, but it is what it is. And right now I think I'm gonna go just all in opposite lane because I know I can defend this gunner. And that's gonna be a very huge connection. He doesn't have a good response against this gunner super 8 push, and from my looking it's a tower down. Also he uses a flying bomb, so he has no mana right now. He doesn't have any advantage, and yeah, if you don't have any advantage in absolutely game where, well, both players have similar decks, you pretty much are guaranteed to lose. So he will have to do something to get his advantage back if he wants to get back into the game. Also, I'm gonna just play Gunner in the back because it's like the play that gives me most value out of my mana. Also, I'm gonna just kill this Gunner. I'm gonna try to win this bridge battle. Unfortunately, I didn't, so very well played out of him. I'm gonna use a rolling steel in case he tries to go for aggressive, and here we go. This mortar will help out with skeletons, and now it's time for me to get aggressive, like this. Super 8 will get one more hit, hopefully, and there we go. That's gonna be 2 towers. And that is gonna be very convenient win against 2.6 Super 8. Alright. Super 8 EQ has an advantage against 2.6 because, well, your spell gets more damage per mana and you can cycle it more freely since it costs 3 mana and not 4. And also, I'm using this mortar variation, so it's extra beneficial because I can just play mortar up high and attack my opponent whilst also defending his Super 8. So yeah, he was in the very difficult spot already. Let's jump to the next game. Our fourth game will be against user 3843, so he was the one of the first users because, like, ID of the users is calculated in the order. So if you are user 1, you are the first user, etc. So he was like in one of the first 4,000 users. My ID is certainly longer than his, so he must have been in this game for quite a long time. We're gonna see what deck will he bring for us in that matter. So far he is using Skele Keg and Flying Bomb, which pretty much guaranteed him very comfortable trade. If I were to secure the gunner alive, it would have been better for me, but archers with the buffed distance were able to catch the Super 8. Also, he's now using some mana to stop my push out, which is a correct call. He doesn't want to take a damage against Super 8, but still will take some EQ damage, which is, well, good for me. With cheap decks, you actually are very comfortable as Super 8 EQ, because if you're against a cheap deck, you usually will come down to a spell race at some point, and except from Missile, I think Earthquake is the best one to do so, because it just guarantees so much damage for the mana. And yeah, we're in the double mana time. Our opponent will play Mana Pump, so he is playing a very interesting deck, I might say. I'm gonna use a Rolling Steel and this glitch where if you knock something back, it will retarget, so it's still in the game, by the way. He's trying to use a predictive steal, which doesn't pay off, but good try nonetheless. Also, my Super 8 will take the tower, which is Yeah. Which is the play I was looking for. He's gonna be using Flying Bomb once more in the last moment, so he has a very good play with Flying Bomb, just not allowing me to get any good prediction swordmans, and yeah, it won't be able to save him because my deck is just too strong. If you're playing Mana Pump, I recommend you to play some more heavy win conditions, except like Skeleton Keg. It's just not worth your commitment, and also I had EQ, so it like double sucked for him in this game. Okay, let's jump to the fifth and final game for this video. It looks like our fifth game will be against this same user. He queued up for the game right after me, so we'll have to beat him one more time. This time though, we know he's gonna go for aggressive flying bombs, so we can anticipate that. I'm gonna play skeletons like that, counter both archers for 1 mana. Very nice interaction right here, and I'm gonna go for mortar instantly to just force out some play. And he's playing double spell. It's a very bizarre play since I can just get my attack going right now. And yeah, this Super Ape will connect. I could have played Far Tiny at the bridge, but I considered it to be too risky, and he could have just made a response that would have utilized this fire. In hindsight, I should have played it either way, but yeah, I wasn't too fast back then. Whatever, we still have 8,000 damage lead, and we're gonna justify it by playing Mortar. Also, he's gonna be playing Earthquake once again, which I think is a suboptimal play since we can push once again. Also, he's gonna be playing Cannon in anti-EQ spot, so he kinda knows something about the game. That's very nice played of him. And now we're gonna just play skeletons once again to counter those spawns. Also, I've noticed he has a mirror, so we're gonna just keep that in mind, since if he were to pump down, we'll have to have EQ instantly for that. And if we want, we're gonna just be in so much trouble. Also, I'm gonna this time play a rolling steel just to force out more mana out of him. And yeah, this mortar won't connect, but it was close enough. Also, okay, he doesn't get a prediction of Far Tiny, but he was very close, so it looks like he has completely solved a mind games against me, which is scary, but like not the end of the world. I'm gonna play the mortar right now. This tower will kill the archer, mortar will get shot. Those are altogether very good trades for me. I'm gonna just play EQ because I think he's not gonna allow me to get a Super Ape connection anytime soon. And actually I was wrong, he's just leaving the game. Well, that was anticlimactic finish, but we get things done, and that's how you get 2600 medals in Boom Arena. Alright, advertisements aside, we are at 2600 medals right now, and it's gonna put us at number 2 spot on leaderboards. As I see correctly, Stern has been already pushing this season, so we kinda have to catch him now until he gets away too quickly from us. And yeah, that's some season stuff for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. The Super Ape Mortar deck is very good, especially like you've seen in this video against bait decks and such. Also, it's good against like bridge spam and any mana collector decks, so you can use it if you struggle against those. And what can I say more? Subscribe for more content, and let me down in the comment if you like what you see now, or Would you love to see something else? I'm open for ideas. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time.